Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the meeting of the Lebanon Utility Service Board for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. Let the record show that all board members are present tonight, Les and Patterson. This meeting was properly advertised, and we did have a working session prior. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic.
Liberty, justice for all.
All right, we'd like to offer public comment at the beginning and end of each of our meetings, so we'll go ahead and offer that now. Don't see anyone here for public comment. We will have a few opportunities for public comment in this meeting because of our two public hearings, and again, we'll offer it at the end in general. Next item tonight is the approval of our minutes from the May 21st, 2025 meeting. I think we have a motion here that will be corrected from previous minutes, but has everyone had a chance to review those minutes? If so, any comments, questions? I would entertain a motion.
I move that the May 21, 2025 minutes be approved with a special notice that item number 18 has been corrected to state approval of the BF&S memo dated April 22, 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Aaron, seconded by Tim to approve the minutes from the May 21st, 2025 meeting, as well as the corrected item number 18 from the April 22nd, 2025 meeting minutes. Any other comments, questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, our next item tonight is the public hearing for the civil water treatment and distribution system improvement. And we have Spencer Portish up at the podium tonight. Spencer, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right.
This request is to open the public hearing for the Civil Water Treatment and Distribution System Improvements BOT program pursuant to Indiana Code 52359. We have scheduled this public hearing to award the public-private agreements. We've got 3 of those included in this BOT. Those would be the State Road 39 water main replacement, and that will be by Bowen Engineering. The Indianapolis water main extension, that will also be by Bowen Engineering. And the Chicago Street water treatment plant improvements, and that will be by Thieneman Construction. And if you've got any questions on those, I can answer those in detail.
All right, so we'll go ahead and open the public hearing here for the civil water treatment. Anyone have questions, comments for Spencer on the items that he mentioned here? All right, any discussion from the board? Questions, comments? All right, well, if there are no comments from the public and no discussion, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion we close the public hearing.
Second. Motion made by Bill and seconded by Tim to close the public hearing. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and the next item is a public hearing on the civil wastewater treatment and collection system improvements. And again, Spencer will we'll go ahead and open this public hearing as well. So Spencer's going to go ahead and comment on the wastewater.
Yes, sir. This one is for the Civil Wastewater Treatment and Collection System Improvement BOT program. As similar to the last, this is pursuant to Indiana Code 523-5-9. And again, same principles apply. We've got 3 projects as well for this one included into this. This is the 4-H Fairgrounds lift station replacement. That will be by F.A. Wilhelm. The Hickory Junction lift station for phase 2, that will also be by F.A. Wilhelm. And the Noble Street sewer replacement, that will also be by F.A. Wilhelm. And again, if you have any questions, I can answer those at this time.
All right, questions on these projects for Spencer? And again, public comment. Any discussion from the board? All right, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion we close the public hearing.
Second. Motion made by Bill, seconded by Tim to close the public hearing. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, thank you, Spencer. We will move on to the next action item, which is the Wessler Tank Order 8 and its general services. You going to handle this too, Spence?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So this request is for the approval of task order number 8, general services from Wessler Engineering. This task order includes a multitude of things, ranging from engineering services to field services as well. Just a couple of those scope items will be like collection system, analysis, mapping, lift station, force main assessments, distribution system mapping. So there's quite a bit entailed into this general service task order. You've all seen, I believe, this task order in detail through Govinda. But my request is that I request the approval for the Wessler Engineering to perform the services outlined in task order number 8 for the amount not to exceed $15,000. And this is included in the budget amount of $265,000.
All right. Questions for Spencer?
Is this task order number 8 for the civil district only?
Yes, this is.
All right. Any other questions for Spencer or comments? All right. If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Move to approve Wessler Engineering to perform the services outlined in task order number 8 for an amount not to exceed $15,000.
Second.
Motion made by Tim, seconded by Bill to approve Wessler Engineering performing the services outlined in task order number 8 for an amount not to exceed $15,000. Additional comments, discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thanks, Spencer. Next item tonight is the 2025 Q3 electric tracker, and Sandra Morgan, our CFO, is up here tonight for that. Sandra, would you mind just kind of explaining the tracker? I know it doesn't come to the board more than quarterly. Is that right?
Yeah, it only comes to the board every quarter, and that's since we are out of the IURC. Prior to us getting out of the IURC, this actually went to the IURC for approval every quarter. Was that the only question up front? Okay. So on May 20th, 2025, we did receive the third quarter of 2025 electric tracker, or otherwise known as fuel adjustment, from Cronin Associates. I have the numbers up here in front of you. And this report's been reviewed by myself, the electric operations manager, and the finance committee. I did do a little bit of math on residential only, and for someone who used an average of 1,000 kilowatts per month, their bill would go down $4.31 with this new tracker. So we are recommending that the board approve the 2025 third quarter fuel adjustment tracker with an effective date of July, August, and September.
I'd like to point out that there'll also be a decrease in bills for commercial service, single phase, also for commercial service, 3-phase, municipal service, and small general power, with evidently a modest increase for industrial large power and outdoor lighting and street lighting.
Right. In the future, if you'd rather see it, I can put down the previous quarter along with the current quarter with the differences, just so that you can see them right on this sheet, if that's helpful.
That might.
You'd have to include the base rate in there so that the percentage change would be accurate, correct?
If you did it percentage-wise, I was more thinking that if we just showed what each quarter changed, or what each, like how much residential changed, you could see whether it increased or decreased on each level. And we can.
Right, but if somebody wanted to use those two numbers to compute a percent increase, that wouldn't be accurate because the base rate's not included. Isn't that correct?
Right. The base rate would be in the rate ordinance itself.
Right, okay.
So we could put part of the rate ordinance in here, but for board approval purposes, I'm not sure you want that much information.
I think,
But it-
Sandra, if you just put the previous quarter and the new one that we'd be voting on and show the difference, and you can even do the calculation if it's easy and say that's up or down 0.2%
Right.
or whatever but I think it's a good idea to show our previous quarter and just show that this is pass through. We don't mark electric up. It's pass through pricing. If it goes down, it goes down. If it goes up, it goes up. And that's the way it works. So I'd be helpful if it's possible.
Okay, yep, we can certainly put that in here.
All right. Any other questions for Sandra on the quarter 3, 2025?
And the
electric tracker?
documentation that was included with the change also made reference to the line loss percentage and compared to the total purchases of the electric power. Our line loss percentage was 1.1581%. And I did a little online research that hopefully is accurate. That one source I found on the internet states that the average electricity loss factor is around 5% for transmission and distribution in the United States. Losses can vary significantly depending on the voltage level and other factors. Transmission lines tend to have lower losses, around 1.7%, and distribution lines 5.8%. And so our 1.15% compares very favorably to industry averages, and I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, thanks for that. Any other comments on the tracker? All right, I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve the 2025 third quarter fuel adjustment tracker with an effective date of July, August, and September of 2025 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Bill, seconded by Aaron to approve the 2025 third quarter fuel adjustment tracker with an effective date of July, August, and September of 2025. Any other comments, questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. We'll jump to our next item, which is the approval of our claims, payrolls, and transfers dated May 21st, 2025. Everyone had a chance to review those items, and if so, I would entertain a motion.
Move to approve the claims, payroll, and transfers dated May 21st, 2025 in the amount of $2,821,324.94 for claims and payroll and $7,358,459.67 for transfers.
Second.
Danny, is that May 21st correct? Or would that be today's date or wait?
I apologize.
Okay, so that's
June
fine.
4th.
Yeah, we'll just amend Tim's motion to be June 4th of 25, and I assume Bill still seconds it.
So I do.
All right.
Still second.
All right, motion made by Tim, seconded by Bill to approve the claims, payrolls, and transfers dated June 4th, 2025. Any additional discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, anybody from the board have any other business tonight they want to bring up? Ed, anything?
No, sir.
All right, we'll offer public comment again. I don't see anyone here. Looks like we're scheduled to meet next on June 18th at 5 p.m. So if there's nothing else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
A motion made by Bill, seconded by Tim to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, we stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.